What is up, my people? JaxB.TheRipper here. I am just really hot right now. I'm sweating a lot. I can't have the fan on because it's going to ruin the lens. So I'm going to try to skim through this video as fast as I can. I don't like the film in the summertime, just to let you guys know. And that's probably why you're seeing lack of videos. And I'm just not feeling the most creative during this time of the season. And I could feel all the retrogrades at once. So that's not helping me either. But at least Mercury is almost out of retrograde, and so is Jupiter, and trust me, when those two go in retrograde together, they're kind of hand in hand. So besides, let's not talk about retrogrades right now. I'm over it. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about my Spotify playlist. I had asked you guys on Instagram if you guys wanted to see me just talk in general about my Spotify playlist, because I shared a couple of them. I had one that was my go-to metal, and then I had one that was called Spells. Spells I thought would be a good first one to talk about, especially because I have no idea where I'm going with this topic. But let's go ahead and get into Spells. Like, if you guys don't know, I'm a pagan witch. Not these newcomer little fucking hippie little girls or these fucking goths that think they're witches. Like, no, I practice this shit. I be buying herbs. I have my deities. Like, I fucking see ghosts. I have Ouija board, even though I don't like using the Ouija board that much because sometimes it freaks me out. I could probably do a whole story time on the incubus that I saw, but no, I'm not getting into that. So I've seen a lot of shit. I've even done cleansing on people, and I do tarot too, but I'm not that great at it. It's like, well, I could pretty much get it down, but I'm always looking back at my notes. So because I have a fucked up memory, okay? So let's get to it. I rambled on too much, and feel free if you're an atheist to leave me a comment that you don't believe in this shit. That's fine. I respect you guys so much more than the fucking anybody that worships any under the Abrahamic religion, which is like Christianity, Catholic, Mormon and all that stuff, or Muslim or Judaism, and even Satanism. Yeah, you guys aren't safe. So I respect your guys' opinions so much more than any of them. And trust me, I go to work and I am surrounded by nothing but dumb Christians. Well, mainly my counter, not outside the counter, but in my counter. And it's so stupid how they think my shit is dumb. But yet a big man in the sky who got a virgin pregnant isn't dumb. Okay. And for some reason all his enemies become really powerful when he punishes them. Okay, yeah, okay. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go by the band's names, and I'm going to let you know what I use the music for when I'm not just rocking out to them. So let's go ahead and start with Mjorke. Now, she's not on the list, but Mjorke is my favorite. Yes, I understand that she's not metal, but I also have a lot of non-metal bands in here too. But I add her to my practice whenever I'm getting back at a bitch. Like, no, she has some good stuff, like some good angry stuff. Like, either I'm doing vengeful magic. I prefer calling it vengeful magic instead of black magic, because black magic you could do a lot of positive things with. Don't let Hollywood like screw with you, people, okay? Or EA Coetti. But whenever I feel like I need to get back at somebody, or I need to remove somebody toxic out of my life, or I'm working on a death oil, it's not what you think. It's not what you think. It's a lot you guys have to learn, but I'm not going to get into that right now. But whenever I'm making something, creating a spell, and I'm trying to remove somebody like negative out of my life or in my family's life, or I'm trying to keep somebody in check not to fuck with me, I listen to Mjorke. And another two bands I listen along with her, not just her music, will have to be Gehenna. Gehenna, now don't get me wrong, like First Spell, like that was a good overall kind of like type of, manifesting spell kind of work, or whatever you want to call it. Gehenna has like that very, kind of reminds me like they could be a soundtrack to like a 1970s B movie, like cult Halloween kind of movie, and it's like a bunch of witches and goblins all over the place. That's what it reminds me of. So definitely around the fall time I love to put this on, or when you're just honoring a deity. You can use this for spell work too. I have used it too, like along with like my magic coming all together. But they're really good for that. And the other band I like working to with a lot, and I'm looking at my Spotify playlist to make sure like I don't forget any bands, so you see me looking down. But another band is Rotting Christ. Like, I could do a lot with this band when it comes to magic or meditation. They can also be for that. They are especially good. Like, if you're a witch out there and if you want some metal music to like work with, like, Rotting Christ will like fucking clear the path for you. Like, if you feel like there's blockages in your fucking chakras or your aura or whatever, like you just feel like there's stuff blocking your fucking life, use Rotting Christ, because I shit you not, like, it just breaks everything for you. And if you're going to like a deep depression and you need to like really work on yourself spiritually and mentally and everything, 2 summers ago I had a lot of death in my family and in just in general all around me. It was my first time experiencing so much death. I've never experienced so much death in my life, but people around me, like, I shit you not, were like dying in front of me. Something, you know, traumatic for me and I've never witnessed before, right? So I obviously need to heal from that, and I ain't a person who's about that drug system, okay? I don't fucking do like fucking depressants. I've done it before. It's terrible. It's just really sad like how people will like push drugs and be like, here's your answer, like, I do CBD oil or whatever that shit is, but I don't need it. But this type of music really helped me like mentally and spiritually get rid of all of my fucking anger or whatever I witnessed. Because, you know, I didn't know how to handle death. Like, either I cried a lot or I fucking was just angry. It was one or the other. Either I was crying or I was angry. That's it. And I was angry at everyone. So Rotting Christ really like helped me heal, like, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. And just by breaking every fucking negative thing around me apart. Like, and then the 2 deities that will like come in a lot and help me during that process too, along with that music, was like Hell and Hecate. That was a long fucking story just for Rotting Christ. Wow. Okay, so another one that I like to use too, it's Bathory. Bathory is like really good as well to like work with Hecate and like Hell. Like, if you're doing whatever kind of magic, it doesn't matter, rather it be like healing magic with them or something to end a cycle or just, you know, worshiping them. Bathory works well with them. I know there's a song I like, Hades. I know I don't worship Hades, even though I'm surprised he hasn't came to me, because the first 2 deities that came to me were Hecate and Hell, and that's like underworld deities, so I was in shock that he hasn't came to me, but no biggie. But they seem to like the song. And so, like, I know Hecate especially has like her favorite songs from favorite bands, and I'll get to that in a minute. Especially if it has her name, because Abbott is another one that's on my Spotify playlist, and he has a song dedicated to her. I'm not sure if he's pagan or maybe he just like her story or whatever, but the lyrics were so good to that. It described the darkness of her so damn well. Is that how you say it? Batushka? Whatever, they had some shit going on not too long ago. I just barely added some of their music. I haven't worked with it yet, but I could definitely see it for like, you know, a night honoring Hecate or Hell or whatever. I haven't really worked with them like spell wise. And Total Self-Hatred, I have that one in case I need to work for like, in case more like mental stability or whatever, or just, you know, it doesn't have to be like I went through a traumatic time in my life. I'm using it more for like, just because I work in an environment that's very negative, and sometimes I shit you not, I come home and I like fucking either sage or I use Palo Santo, one or the other. So I'm always like cleansing myself just because there's a lot of negativity in my job. Like, seriously, people chill. Recently added Venom to my list as well. I have not worked with it, but I get the feeling this is something that Aries might like. Aries is my patron god. I get the feeling that's something that he might like to work with, so that's why I put that in there. And I also have a little bit of what's it called? I have a little bit of Ghost in there. Hecate really likes the song Square Hammer. One time when I was like honoring her one night, and I had Pandora on, so this was back in the Pandora days when people used to use that more often than Spotify. And you know how you're not able to skip, especially if you don't play, especially if you don't pay for it. But even so, you weren't able to like just like click onto whatever song they play and repeat, I believe. I'm not sure, I've never paid for it. So but she really liked the song Square Hammer, and I remember one time when I was honoring her, it played 3 times in a row, and I was like, I get it, girl, you like that song. So yeah, that was interesting. And every time I play it, she just like the energy in my room shifts into like happiness. So she really loves that song. I added Horna. I haven't worked any magic wise with Horna yet, but that's probably like to like I'm gonna be using it to like remove people out of my life that come in that I don't want or whatever, or need to be put in check. And now for some more simple, more relaxing kind of shit, like meditation wise. Fawn, even though I use rotting cries to meditate, and I just explained that too, but like more like on like just balancing your chakras or whatever, I use Fawn. Sometimes I do follow like the chakra meditation guides, but sometimes it's like, you know what, I'll just concentrate on that orb and I'll just use a different type of music, because sometimes I can't deal with the music that they have. So I use a lot of Fawn, and they also have like, they dedicate a lot of their songs to like deities out there, the pagan religion deities. So they have Hecate, Gaia, Unda, which I think is like I don't know, like a horn god, I think it is. I don't know, I don't worship any horn gods. I went for Hecate too, so of course she's gonna love that. And oh, I forgot that there, okay, I just added this one, Hecate Enthroned. I don't know if you guys have heard of that band, but I tried listening to them in the past just because, you know, obviously you have my deity's name, you have my goddess, my titan right there. I'm going to listen to it. I couldn't get into them at first, but I slowly been getting into them a little bit more. So I just added Temples That Breathe by Hecate Enthroned. So I just added that one only. But yeah, Fawn is more like, you know, when you're just trying to like relax and you're just using simple meditation. And to end it off with a little bit more easier type of note of type of like manifesting, meditation kind of work, whatever you want to call it. It will have to be, how do you even say that name? Gallowagger? I'm not sure. I'm going to put the name around here. That could be work for like almost anything. You could use it for like a cleansing type of ritual, or you could use it for like just any kind of meditation, like anxiety or whatever. Like I've used this for spells. I think I used it last year for like the retrograde season. I used it, oh, I remember now, yeah. I used it because I wanted every shitty luck that happens to me in the summertime, because I used to have where I used to get shit luck in the summertime. This summer has been better. I just hate handling the heat. But I remember I did a spell where it was like, basically get rid of any fucking negativity shit that happens to me every summer. And I played that Ella Wagger, whatever her name is. I cannot pronounce the name. It's in Norwegian, so I'm sorry. So I used her stuff to play that, and it really helped. So yeah, that's a good band to play music for when you're doing any kind of spell work. And the last one I'm going to mention is X-Hoarder. It's not really I do any spell work for it. It's more like I'm honoring Aries. Aries likes a lot of that groove metal kind of shit. I know. I would have thought he liked Sabaton. He's alright with it. He's not really like the biggest fan, but he's alright with it. Like, he'll let it pass. Anyways, that is it, you guys. I hope this was an interesting topic. I have a playlist also called Nostalgic or Nostalgia. I don't know what I titled it, but it's basically a lot of like music you would not think I will listen to. Let's just say there's a lot of shit in there that's on there that I talk a lot of shit about. I don't know if you want me to talk about that playlist as well. If so, I was thinking like maybe I'll invite Evan one day over, and he doesn't have to be in the video. He could just be in the background laughing at me and poking fun at me, because I'm always making fun of him and how emo he is, and one day he could just like, you know, be like sweet revenge or whatever. So anyways, I will talk to y'all later. So remember to take care of your vaginas and have a wonderful day.